As an old and traditional beverage, tea has been an important part of people's life in both China and the United Kingdom, and has developed a unique culture in each of two nations. In this video, we will discover the differences of tea culture between China and Britain in three aspects: tea history, tea drinking customs, and then the essence of tea culture. The first point is the origin of tea culture. Chinese tea has existed more than 5,000 years. It was said that tea was discovered by accident. According to legend, the Chinese Emperor Shennong was sitting beneath a tree while his servant brought drinking water. When some leaves from the tree blew into the water, the emperor was quite interested in the mixture water, and he drank it and discovered the fresh tea, and the resulting drink was what we now call tea. In Britain, teas were first brought to Britain in the early 17th century by the East India Company. The London Republican newspaper Mercurius Politicus carried the first advert for tea in the British Isles, announcing that a Chinese drink called the Chinese cha was available in a coffee house in the city. But it was tea addict Catherine of Braganza, wife of Charles II, who turned it into a fashionable drink. Soon the middle classes were drinking it. Huge taxes would whack on it, and tea smuggling became a serious problem. It took William Pitt the Younger to see sense and remove the taxes before the working class could afford to settle down for a nice brew. By the mid-18th century, tea had become the country's most popular drink. Let's move to the second aspect, the gentle art of tea drinking. In China, as an art, tea drinking requires a special environment. According to the theory of traditional Chinese tea ceremony, it's unnecessary to have many participants. The theory required one to drink tea in elegant environment, such as by clear springs or in bamboo groves on mountains, in ancient temples or small pavilions, or in one's own garden, while appreciating flowers, snow, or fish. The tea's quality, the drinker's moral quality, and the environment should harmonize. Good tea asks for good water, and good water always found in deep mountains. In the UK, formal tea drinking is usually accompanied by snacks such as cakes and sandwiches. People take their time and enjoy a chat with their friends, often in the lobbies of grand hotels or in tea rooms. Nowadays, tea is mostly taken not in people's houses, but in the many quiet tea rooms, which can be found the length and breadth of the Britain. A favorite place for friends, mothers, and daughters to get together for chat and quality time together. Tea rooms provide an intimate, relaxed atmosphere, conducive to friendly banter and shared confidences. People throw a tea bag into a mug and add hot water. When the tea is finally ready, they add sugar or milk according to their preference. British have added milk, sugar, fruit, flowers, and even spice to tea. In addition, sandwiches, scones, cookies, and special desserts such as fruit tart or rich cake are also served with tea. The final things that we have to mention is the essence of tea culture. With the Chinese, tea is also not something to satisfy people's desire for thirsty. Tea culture is actually a combination of making tea, appreciating tea, smelling tea, drinking tea, and tasting tea. Chinese tea culture emphasizes the virtues that come from within, and a unity between human beings and nature. Since most tea houses are established in the peaceful and beautiful natural areas, tea drinkers can leave their troubles outside, throw themselves into the nature, purify the spirit, and relax the mood. The Chinese tea culture socially connotes the spiritual purification and communication, consequently leading to the indifference to fame and wealth. How about tea culture in Britain? As tea was first introduced by the royal family, British tea culture is marked with the scent of formality and grace. In the past, people dressed up and attended tea parties where socializing was the main activity, with concerts, garden walks, and gambling as entertainment. As tea and sweet cheese go hand in hand, the English ritual emphasizes conversation and presentation in a leisurely atmosphere. One of the reasons why tea plays such a major role in British social life was that, unlike food, it could be offered to anyone at any time without breaking the rules of decorum. Tea becomes a part of a meal. Its service provided a focal point for social activities, enabling people of different rank to meet and converse. Whether it's the hospitable British customs or the serene Chinese ceremonies, each tea-drinking nation has its own little tea culture that says something about the sensibilities of the country where it's carried out.